before. Well, is it even showing yet? Okay, I think we're working now. Good grief. You'd think this stuff would all be automated. Let me make sure the stream is coming through. Let me close the door. I think we're working now. Had a little bit of a delay there, trying to get some people on their own thing. And good evening. Good evening, good evening. Let's see here. Let's see here. That one. All right. I wanted to get it started 5 minutes early and give people time to come in. As we build more and more people, hopefully someday. Got some plans in the works. We'll see what happens. Watched the Tank Radio stream and then moved to Jason's Ham Radio 2.0 stream. Michael, yeah, I think it was set up again for studio to start and stop, not OBS. So I got to change that to where the setting remains OBS in control. How you doing tonight? And I'd like to find how to not have the 10-second or so delay. That's kind of annoying. Got my background here. Lake Bob Sandlin, the POTA I did I guess a year ago. Nice state park in Texas. The only POTA I've done. I just can't get out like I'd like. You can see my antenna over here, antenna over here. 4 beds, 2 bunk beds with 4 mattresses, air conditioning. It was a nice little cabin unit. So what I thought I would do is get my radio running. I think we're all plugged in there. And I forgot to put ferrite beads on my HDMI cables. I think that's what's been causing the problem with my what do you call it? My SDR screen not showing up because it's set to show in the chat, but it's not showing up. Let me move it and see if I can get it to show up here. You'd think it would be all easy and done with 3 screens. Get my logbook up. Whatever that error message was. What's the matter? Is my WSJTX not working? So tonight I thought start some of the preparedness conversations that I've been wanting to add. And here, let's bring the SDR in. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. For some reason, it's not showing. Okay. I guess no SDR. Interesting. All right, we won't do that either. So I thought about some preparedness. Yeah, they do. I think I'm getting these texts way too late. And I thought I would pull up this lady here. I haven't been to her website in a while, and I think I must have. I don't know if I, because I couldn't find like a membership or anything. Um, she does sell like this organizer, but I don't remember getting this this here. I have the whole year. She put these out on a blog a few years ago, and for some reason, when I go to this link here down here, this her preparedldsfamily.blogspot.com, it says you cannot log in or you don't have the login or something. So I don't know if she doesn't um, do this anymore, doesn't have them anymore, it's not available anymore, so it doesn't let me access them. Um, and I couldn't find a membership or anything on her website. She does a lot of great stuff for preparedness. Um, and I was going to try to find, yeah, I couldn't find anywhere to like have a login. So I'm not sure why. So I don't want to use it if it's something that she has proprietary, wants to charge people. I don't remember ever paying for it, but I may contact her and ask about it. And if she lets me, what I thought I'd do is I'd use her sheet and go over these like the first stream of each month and give people an idea or even just an actual step-by-step um, visual aid to get yourself prepared. So what she's put together is each week you're going to do something in these areas, and by the end of the year you'll have a pretty good preparedness supply. Uh, so January would be, week one you would have this here. You would save one 12-ounce can of evaporated milk. Um, Throughout the whole month, you would want to get 14 gallons per person. Okay, so that's a monthly thing. It's not set, you know, you just store it however you want. For your emergency reserve fund, you'd put $2 plus or minus per person. That's just an arbitrary number. You can choose it according to your budget. Long-term storage, see nothing in the first 3 weeks. Then on the fourth week, she gets a 16-pound bag or container of dry milk. This is something you can get from the LDS storehouse, our church's storehouse. You can order number 10 cans. Pretty good prices, but I have found some better prices when they go on sale on Amazon. And then again, nothing on week 5. Toilet paper, she's got 4 rolls. I think she means, or toiletries, I guess. I think it could be 4 rolls, so maybe that's one package of 4. Um, Soap or body wash. If it's soap, I assume that's 1 bar, or it could be if you like body wash instead liquid. I like bars because they store easier. Um, Week 3 would be a bottle of shampoo and conditioner. Week 4 could be your feminine items, and week 5, deodorant. Then you get here to location to store water, so you determine what location, what kind of containers you're going to use, and I could do a whole thing on containers. And find your water sources. I think she means if you have nearby water source, like I have ponds and water, uh, river type stuff behind my house, so that could be used if needed. Then of course you would need to know how to purify that water and filter it. And then dry milk recipes. So get some recipes that utilize dry milk, powdered milk. Down here, first week, emergency preparedness book, and that might be something she sells. You could certainly put together your own. Buy your water containers, shelf to store water. You want to make space or location, I guess is what that means. Get Oh, you need to have a shelf to store water, so you may need to buy a shelf or make a shelf. Buy the bleach to purify your water because your stored water needs to be treated once a year in a manual can opener. And then week one, uh, freezer. I'm not sure what she meant by that. Make sure you have a freezer, I guess, or freezer space. Determine your beverages. Uh, oh, this is inventory. Sorry. You're going to inventory your freezer, see what you have, inventory what beverages you have, your water, toiletries, breakfast food. So it's a great breakdown. If I can, I'm going to give this first month out. I'm gonna message her, ask her about it, why it's not accessible, and if I have authorization from her to provide this. And what I'll do is the first stream of each month, I'll go over this each month's list if she allows me to do that. If not, I'll come up with something else. Um, there are other resources, of course, ready.gov, uh, Red Cross, stuff like that has a lot of stuff available. Um, let me pull. So hers is foodstorageorganizer.com, and I know she sells. Let's see. I think she sells printables. So here's food storage printables. Here's a bunch of links. Um, Here's a sample 3 months food supply. So these are things you can download. I have this. I think um, this shows you, you know, how much you total have and need, and it goes through all sorts of things. That's a really good thing to use. 22 prices. Here's food storage ideas for breakfast, and I haven't put it out yet. The only one I've done is how to Mylar seal up the 16 bean chicken soup. That's a YouTube video I put out. I wanted to do an oatmeal one. It's pretty simple, but I'll put that one out. Um, I've already dry packed all my pancake stuff. The stuff it comes in is not packed for long term, so I repackage it for long term. Um, so here she's got some ideas for breakfast. So this is $115, and she got 24 servings of waffles, 48 servings of pancakes, 24 servings of cold cereal and fruit, and 72 servings of oatmeal. And then you can just source this stuff from wherever you find it the cheapest. I do know that the LDS food storage um, does have pretty good prices on most of their stuff. This is the 2022 price. I'm not sure why. Click on download that. So providentliving.org, you go there and these are the things you can buy there. They're out of some things sometimes, but and I compare prices with say Costco and other things. But remember, these are stored in number 10 cans and good for long-term storage, whereas Costco, if it's in a bag, it's not going to last that long. You'd have to repackage it. Um, so see, that's $5.75 for one number 10 can of sugar, and that'll last 30 years. See how long. Cocoa is in pouches, 2 years. That's the lowest, and then 10 years for white flour in a number 10 can. I get my honey in other places. So that's Provident Living. That's a great resource. And not sure what this is, but here's uh, her links full of a bunch of places to go for information. The basics of home storage, BYU, Brigham Young University, an approach to food storage. Um, Foil pouches, oxygen absorbers. I get all that stuff on Amazon. PET bottles. I think that's BPA free stuff. oxygen absorbers. Here's a link to the USDA nutrition database and the National Center for Home Food Preservation. This is very useful if you want to. I use this when I started canning. I got a pressure cooker. It gives you all the necessary, say you're doing pressure canning of raw chicken. This will give you the temperatures and how to make sure it does that. I have a book as well on canning, the Canning Bible. Got that on Amazon, and teaches you, you know, how to properly can anything. But I was particularly concerned about canning meats. I'd never done that. My mom did that. Um, we had a small farm, and we would harvest the chicken and the rabbits, and it's a lot of times too much to eat at one time. So we would do a lot of she'd do a lot of meat pressure canning, and takes a specific pressure and time frame depending on your altitude. So that's a really good website to go to. Nutritional database and water storage. Guidelines from a church on water purification. Pretty simple. And that stuff can be found probably on ready.gov and Red Cross. Yeah, if I could put all my stuff together, I'd love to put a book together. I don't know if I have the mentality to do that right, but I would like to do that. So here's ready.gov. I would recommend you start with planning, um, but being that it's the middle of winter now, you might want to go straight to winter weather and learn some tips and tricks on there. Uh, I would start, maybe currently look at the winter weather, see if, make sure you got that stuff in order. But then I would look at make a plan and 12 ways to prepare and build a kit. A lot of people have already started with a kit or they purchased a kit, and that's a good thing to have. But do you even know what's in the kit? Do you know how to use the kit? Um, so what I would do is I would start with this, make a plan, and if I can't use her weekly thing, or maybe what I'll do is the first of each month will be my preparedness stream, and I may show her form, and then, or she'll give me a link to her form. I've got them on my computer, so I've gotten them from her before, but the links don't work anymore. I'll find a way to provide those links if she allows it, and then maybe I'll go over one topic. So um, maybe, so this one is, mid-January, but we'll just consider it the 1st of January stream. Next February, I'll start my streams. I start my months with a preparedness stream. And so what I may do is next month we'll go over an emergency plan. This is a very simple way to do it. I've got some other options as well I can go over. But see, when you look at make a plan, it's not a simple, um, oh, we're going to hide under the staircase when there's a tornado watch, or here's an emergency contact number. It's a lot. There's a lot more to it to have a comprehensive plan. So, so maybe just start here. Look, I would suggest looking at the winter weather information. Uh, Make sure you've got some necessary things. It may talk about freezing pipes and other stuff, but I would start here. So maybe we'll make this list or this plan. Um, I may utilize this plan or my own information that I've used, because I've used some of this as well and taught some of this here in Little Elm, and even in CERT, pet preparedness and stuff like that. So maybe I'll use this plan and start going forward. We'll use this as a template and kind of go through how to do that. So after you make a plan, you fill out your form, right? All this information, meeting places. I mean, ready.gov is, if I'm going to give you one location, it's going to be this to go. Then it goes into building a kit, goes through the list. Car safety. You want a kit for your car. Talks about food and water in the kits. So if you want to do this and get going, don't wait for any stream or any other YouTuber. Start it now and make your plan and get going, and then we'll work through it. And if I see comments or something where, hey, could you go over this? Then I'll certainly do that as well. So yeah, so that's what we'll do is I'll start first stream of the month. I'll try to focus on preparedness, and um, I'll try to get that uh, oatmeal mylar packaging process and recipe down. I did three flavors, and the good thing about oatmeal is it's healthy, stores for a long time. Um, it's I don't know anybody allergic to oatmeal, so it's even for gluten free and those kind of diets. Um, and one quart Mylar pack, can easily feed 4 people uh, for breakfast in a day, and takes up very little room. So I've got a lot of plans. It just seems like I never have enough time to do it. So I'm gonna try to start scheduling it out and getting things done ahead of time. But let's plan on that. How does that sound? Uh, First stream will be preparedness for the month. Hopefully, I can offer her information from that LDS preparedness blog, and um, and then give my own tips and tricks and things and information I've come across. Um, but yeah, so one place I'd just suggest you go is ready.gov. This information is 100% free. Start with make a plan and go through it step by step. It doesn't get any easier than this. If you got pets, if you got older adults in the home, people with disabilities, go through it. And uh, this is one of the resources I have used in the past, foodstorageorganizer.com. I don't know her. I'm not affiliated with her. She's just one of the people that have come up over the last 15 years that I've been really focusing on preparedness. Maybe I will look at writing some kind of a book. There's so many out there. I don't know. Um, and redcross.org is another great resource. Um, they've got a lot of training, but I would look at this more as medical resource, um, or maybe seeing what they have. If your house uh, gets on, you lose your house in a fire. I used to be on the medical, or not the medical, excuse me. I used to be on the American Red Cross Disaster Action Team for 2 counties, and we used to respond to house fires, and we would give support and some relief to homeowners who've lost their homes. That's a good resource to have. Um, but yeah, I would start with ready.gov, get to know your local Red Cross, maybe even become a volunteer. It's a good organization. If you want to be hands-on, it's a great organization to be hands-on and help people. Um, so that's it. Let me pull that little graphic back up if you want to get a screenshot. And I mean, I'm promoting her website. I'm not sure why someone would have a problem with it. I don't recall ever paying for any of this, so I can't find it on our website. So hopefully I'll contact her. We'll see how it goes, and I'll schedule out the year. I think that's the only one I'm going to get around to getting it all done. I'm just going to start scheduling it, videos, and I'm backed up on antennas to test and show, and a chameleon bag, and a couple mylar packaging. I want to do some more chicken canning, and hopefully just share my experience. I'm by no means some pro, AM radio, this or that. I'm just on here to share experience, and hopefully maybe even get a community of ham radio preparedness minded people. Maybe get on every Sunday night and discuss these things. and maybe even start a preparedness net. K6 UDA, I think. I've got on to a couple of his Saturday morning preparedness nets, and it's pretty cool. I'm going to get in contact with him as well. So that's going to be it for tonight, guys. Keeping it at 30 minutes as close as I can. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Michael. Take care. And Michael, I'm not sure if you want to, if you have what you're going to be putting out in your on your channel next, getting out in life. If you want to comment on that and let me know what you're going to be doing in your next getting out in life. I know Winter Field Day is coming up in 2 weeks. Jason and Tank Radio just announced that. I didn't realize it was so close. Um, Ham Radio 2.0 and Tank Radio announced that. So I know you'll probably do a stream on that, perhaps, on getting out in life. If you want to, if you know what you're doing next, Michael, um, go ahead and post it in the chat. If not, maybe it's going to be the Winter Field Day. But I have one more stream before then, and then I'll do a Winter Field Day video as well. Haven't decided where I'm going to do it. I'm even tempted to do an overnight somewhere. Maybe tent camping in the back of my truck, perhaps, and really rough it this year. Um, it's pretty cold. Good thing Winter Fields Day is not this week. Anyway, all right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Um, so okay, so Winter Field Day will be your next one in 2 weeks. So watch for that on Getting Out in Life. And he does really good videos, edits them well, and uh, does some great information and shows what's happening out in life. So get on his and subscribe. And if you're not subscribed to me yet, subscribe and please put in suggestions if there's things you'd like to. Yeah, it'd be great, Michael. If there's anything you'd want me to cover, whether it's ham radio preparedness, let me know in the comments and I'll add it to the schedule I'm going to put together. And if you are someone who wants to get involved, I'd like to start putting together a Sunday night group uh, chat, and similar to some of the other nights where some of the YouTubers get together and chat and discuss things. I've got a Discord server as well, and I'd just like to build up another night to get people together to chat and discuss preparedness and ham radio. All right, thanks for tuning in. Have a good night. Thanks, Michael, for the comments. We'll see you at Field Day. And everyone's 73. That'll be it for tonight.